aka the Black Rooster, Wolfpack Poker Players Association. Shout out to y'all. We in the building. We all the way live. Starting this $16.50 tournament, 60K guaranteed prize pool. Started at 9:30. We just went on ahead and chose to wait till after the 5-minute break, 10 a.m. to get in here. So the 5-minute break, first 5-minute break at 9:55 is over with, and this is our first hand. So we're not really late that much because it started at 9:30. So we're on level 2 or level 3 of the blinds. So no one's really like significantly ahead of us, and it looks like we have a table of new players because we all have the same amount of big blinds. So we don't have a big stack or someone that's been playing that accumulated chips. So things to work on this session. 3-bet calling range. I've been calling 3-bets light the past few sessions, and that effectively is costing me more chips, especially since I'm not winning. So we're not going to call 3-bets light. We're only going to call them with strong hands. Second note for today. The river bluff. It's never a good thing. And then the out of position river bluff. River bluff and out of position river bluff. You know, sometimes it works and you're like, oh man, it worked. Well, it's the only way I can win because I have to bet first. But when the person's called the flop and the turn, the river, and you have no pair, you know, so you're not even extracting value. You're just torching chips at that point. So river bets, river bluffs, and calling on the river without the best hand. River Street, very important. So we're going to work on not calling 3-bets light, which will in turn save us more chips, which when we have winning hands will make us more chips. We're also going to work on river, taking our time on the river and really not giving anything away. Okay, so this is our big blind. This guy just doubled it. We have ace-5, wheel draw, so we'll call. Okay, we missed. Here we'll check fold. Doesn't matter what he bets. We do have the ace of hearts. We could semi-bluff here. We're going to check though. Running bluffs out of position. That is, you know, like that semi-bluff, but the other player has position, so you don't know if he's going to raise or not. Doing that play in position is more optimal than out of position. And then this is where I'm talking about, where it's like just a river, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to steal. No, 3/4 pot, that's chips I'm wasting. My river bets need to be for when I have it. He had me, but he had a scary board. We both had shitty aces. And a lot of people say, oh, you should have bet and took the pot. No. Maybe in the later stages, some of that middle to later stages, some of that stealing. In the beginning stages, I want to accumulate a chip stack. I want to get up to a lot of big blinds in my stack. And the spots where I'm wasteful in chips is critical to that. It's very important. So we got to do that. So today, we got Folgers decaf in a you-know-who's cup. And I got my big, the other cup that keeps it hot, the tumbler. It's full. So I filled that all the way up, bless me. And then what's left over is in the tumbler, or in this one. So I'm drinking this so it doesn't get cold. The tumbler will keep the other one hot. Okay, so here someone's made it 2 times the big blind. We're on the button. We have ace four suited. We'll call with a possible wheel draw, a nut flush draw, and we have the button, so we have ultimate position, last to act on all streets. So we definitely want to see a board, and it's multi-way. Okay, we really didn't connect. The board's paired with tens. We can get runner flush. All opponents check. We're gonna check. I'm assuming that deuce didn't help any of us, but we don't know if the 10 did. Now, if I were to take a stab and try to steal a pot, it would be from late position, which I have here, but you can't steal from 3 people. Somebody's got something. And you know, these guys are betting, so obviously we fold. You know, so we want to work on folding, waiting for a better spot, not trying to make the spot. Oh, this is the spot every hand. You know, not trying to make it happen. I mean, yeah, you want to make it happen and steal when you can, but you know, like I think we were just really trying to win every hand, every pot, and then we lose some huge pots as well as win some huge ones. Okay, so this is ace queen suited. We're on the hijack. We do not want a multi-way situation here, so we will make it 6 times the big blind. 3x our current raise we're facing, even though under the gun made it. See, because under the gun, they say you have to be really strong to raise from early position, but when someone's making it 2 big blinds and it's early in the tournament, it could be a marginal raise, marginal holding as well. So here we connect. We have top pair. Kicker okay. We're obviously going to bet. And right now we're just trying to think. So if it's 20, 16 would be a good bet for me. Convincing. So we're going to do that and force any flushers to continue for a high price. They all fold. Turn would have been an ace. River would have been an 8. So we take down a good pot. This is obviously garbage, so we just fold jack 6. You know, so I have a huge debate. I found another tournament that is 200,000 guaranteed, and it's like a $66 buy-in. Or I can continue to play the moneymaker, 109, 250,000 guaranteed. I almost just want to play all 3. So this guy makes it 2.2 big blinds from early position. We have to represent that we have something to stop these people from calling. We're not really 3-betting for strength. We're 3-betting to stop people from calling or re-raising. You know, he didn't 4-bet, so I'm good with that. We're only losing to a jack right now, 3/4 of 13. We're gonna go 10.4 to win 13. Okay, he called. When someone calls a 3/4 pot bet on the flop, your antennas should go off. So we're going to check this turn. Okay, now here we may call. It just depends on what he bets. he checks. A jack beats us and an overpair beats us. He called the flop. We check because we're not sure if we're good. Yeah. So sometimes it's a matter of if I bet and he raises me or shoves, I'm polarized, and that happens to me a lot where I'll take a stab and people make a move. So I'm trying to get away from those spots where I'm forced to fold when someone checked and then they check raise and I'm like, oh, check raise, red flag, get the fuck out of the way. And they may have absolutely nothing, but the check raise looks so solid, you know what I mean? So we're trying to get away from certain spots where we lose pots. We're what they call improving on the back end. So we look at hands where we're losing and we're like, what can I do to change this? Well, I'm calling a lot of 3-bets light. So my 3-bet calling range really needs to be nothing but strength. If I take that away, I've changed my whole entire, chip stack because I'm accumulating more because there's less leakage there. And it's a journey, it's a process. Like, a lot of people, they really, oh man, poker's not a skill set, it's luck, and there's positive variance and negative variance in anything you experience. Like some people drive their whole life and never have a single car wreck. Some people have a car wreck all the damn time. Are they the worst drivers? What if they were excellent drivers and they got hit by a drunk driver? They got hit by someone running from the cops in a high-speed chase. They got hit by a guy in an 18-wheeler that fell asleep. Are they unlucky or is it just negative variance? Because it was their car was on the road at this place when this guy in the 18-wheeler fell asleep and veered into their lane. If their car wasn't there at that moment, they wouldn't get hit by the 18-wheeler. It's just negative experience, negative variance. It's sad, but it's not, oh, he's so unlucky. Anyone's car could have been there. The guy in the 18-wheeler could have had coffee and stayed awake. That variable changes the whole thing. Then that negative variance doesn't even happen. They continue down the road. Nobody has a wreck. Positive experience, positive variance. Okay, so this guy's made it 2 big blinds. I am the big blind. So he just doubled my blinds. I have 4-5 offsuit. We have another caller. 4-5 doesn't really make a lot of hands. It doesn't play well post flop. I was going to fold was what I was saying, but now that this guy 3-bet, I'm definitely folding. But that's what I was leading to. It was like, well, maybe I call, maybe I fold. I was kind of on the fence because I was like, well, if it's multi-way for 2 big blinds, I'm the only person with 4-5. My cards are live. I say that a lot when I play bad cards. Stop saying that. My cards are live. Any 2 cards are live before the board comes out, but it doesn't mean you're going to win the hand. And playing a shitty hand and saying my cards are live, the hand ranking percentages exist for a fucking reason. So, oh, my cards are live because they all have each other's outs. They got ace king, ace queen, pocket kings, pocket aces, pocket queens, and I'm here with 7 deuce. My deuce is live. They have most of each other's outs. I say that shit all the time when I'm fucking out of there. Like everybody has better hands than me. Sometimes it hits and it connects. Sometimes it doesn't, but it's probably the dumbest thing people say when playing poker. The dumbest thing I picked up too. Wow, he went all in for it. Jacks. He couldn't let go of him. See, and I'm guilty of that. When the hand plays a certain way, and then someone shoves, and then I'm like, oh, I can rebuy. This one's a cheap one. You know. Sometimes when it's a cheaper tournament, you say that to yourself, and you're like, oh, I can just rebuy. So this guy makes it 2.2 big blinds. We had Queen Jack suited. We're definitely playing. We're just gonna call. He just won a huge pot. 3 betting out of position. This isn't a strong enough hand to do that, but it is a hand worth seeing a board with. We miss. We're gonna just check fold here and look for another spot. You know, a lot of it's about this ain't our spot. Let it go. Let go. Oh, I got an email from YouTube. Apparently, me singing all those songs and saying I don't own the rights to them. That last horrible train wreck of a cash game session and whatever session where I was just singing all these random songs that were stuck in my head and I didn't even know all the words, and then I'd say, oh yeah, I don't own the rights to these. Somebody sent me a thing to talk about copyright and shit, and I'm like, damn, really? On some, okay, I guess. Good lord. I didn't even know people were fucking watching. Like, who's watching me and like, hey, he stole my song. Like, I ain't steal shit. He's singing my song while online, because I was just singing that day, like just left and right. But I guess you can't do that. And another thing we want to improve on is small to medium pocket pairs. We called like all of them, and it was not 1 and 8 on flop in a set. It was like, it felt like 1 and 200 shit on flop in a set. I think we turned one time, but flopping it, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, and then you gotta think there's probably times where I flopped a set like crazy, and then that day I didn't never flop a set. So the odds say 1 and 8, but shoot, man, you'd have thought it was Aaliyah, and it was 1 in a million, baby. Now I didn't sing that. They can't say I did that. I ain't even sing or like lyric it, so they can't. I didn't even use it the way it's used. So here we're in the cutoff. Look, 5-6. And I think I want to start working on smaller bet sizing pre-flop. I know a lot of them I was making 3 big blinds and 3 to 4.2 big blinds because that was in one of my little studies. Here we're just continuation betting. Okay, and this is where we have to slow down. When someone calls the flop, it's okay to check the turn, because for them to call the flop doesn't mean I should, take another stab at it. No, that's not what that means. That means slow the fuck down. Why is he calling? you know, and put your antennas up. Now he's trying to put a bet together. That's a significant bet. Easy fold. Yeah, so 5-6 suited, maybe we shouldn't have played because now we have Jack 10 suited and we definitely want to play. We're going to make it 2.5 big blinds. Saving that half of a big blind. Maybe it goes a long way, maybe it doesn't. I mean, in two hands, we've saved one big blind pre-flop because we made it 2.5 instead of 3. So saving one big blind every two hands is good for me. And then this one we pick up, you know, we don't even see a board. We don't get any callers. Would have hit top pair. But yeah, it's really the details, the little fine, minute little things. That 0.5, the whole tournament, especially as the blinds go up, that can probably be a significant. Because you got to think, if I'm raising 3 big blinds and then I continuation bet for 3/4, like here, I've missed, I'm going to check, you know. Paired up boards, we're going to stay away from unless we have it. We're going to work on that too. Yeah, we didn't get there. You know, like really that flop texture, like maybe playing it more literal, checking because I was out of position instead of continuation betting there. The only way you should be c-betting out of position if you hit the board or if it's in like middle to late stages and you're just trying to keep picking up chips, you know what I mean? You're in that mode. But this is like early, so it's like literal poker right now. But we're looking for all these edges, these little edges. What can I do to improve how my chips are accumulated and that I have more? Well, I can bet half a big blind less. I can stop calling 3 bets light. Not necessarily c-betting every time. Maybe even making some better folds pre-flop. So this is really interesting because this guy makes it 3.59 and we have pocket threes and we're in the big blind. So it's 2.59 to call. Got one caller. We're out of position the entire hand unless this guy. Yeah, so we're not going to be in position. But if we hit a 3, we can extract some value. And we're in the big blind, and it's not like we don't have a pair. So we're going to see a flop. And we don't get there. And now we're just checking. And I got to get away from that. Small pocket pairs, I can fold those. We literally just said that. Like, that's why they have percentages and hand rankings. We're up against good cards, you know. So unless you hit that 3 immediately, you're just screwed. And see, now he's betting 2 big blinds. So he's identifying his range based off of his pre-flop raises. The amount he raises pre-flop. Here we'll just fold. No need in playing it. Oh. You see, we're looking. Some of these people are making it two big blinds. I mean, we're obviously folding here, but I may take a page from their playbook. Sometimes sitting at a table and watching what the other people are doing. You know, a lot of these people that wake up and play are really good. Some even pros. So when you see so many people making it two big blinds, two big blinds, two big blinds, it may be better to do two instead of 2.5. Why save one? Why save one big blind every two hands when you can save two? So here we're gonna make it two big blinds because we're in late position. It's not a good hand, but we're playing it because someone called. So now we're playing it. This is really not even a marginal hand. This is just a subpar hand. That board hits so many things. Jack 10, 7-10. Really hard to, yeah, now you really can't do nothing. So this is a check fold. We can't pick this up. I think I just made it two big blinds because I said I was going to switch and that was it. There was no reason to play that hand. Hmm. Am I making it two big blinds pre-flop? If someone three bets, probably makes it easier for me to fold my marginal holdings. So like here I'm in a late position. Ace 7 is not nothing to phone home about. If he didn't raise, I would make it two big blinds. But look, okay, so he makes it two big blinds. We're just gonna make this an example, sample hand. I make it 7.38. My hand does not represent 7.38. But I'm showing if he has nothing, he can walk away from that two big blinds. You know, so well he's got something because there's no way he's calling with absolutely nothing. We have position, the whole hand. This is a stupid stab, and sometimes stupid works. Sometimes stupid doesn't. We're gonna see which one. It worked. You know, we were just literally doing that for a test experiment. It worked out. Um, Kids, don't try this at home. You know, that's all I have to say about that. You know, but yeah, if someone makes it two big blinds, and you make it like if I make it two big blinds and someone makes it 7, it's easier to fold. Where if it was three big blinds and someone makes it 7, you know. I really think I was doing three big blinds because the amount that I was raising was enough to fold out the garbage. You know, three big blinds to 4.2. So I don't know. I think what it is with me playing so many hands I shouldn't be playing. That's what cost me. The hands lacking strength, and I'm just making it three big blinds, three big blinds, three big blinds, three big blinds. I'm playing far too many hands. It's not about the amount I was making it. It's more or less about the amount of times I'm doing it because I didn't have hands that were worth it every time. Like King Jack, I made it two big blinds. Everybody else is making it two. I could have made it three. Maybe this guy folds, maybe he doesn't. But if someone three bets, I can get away from it. Like this guy, he just made it nine. I can walk away from two big blinds. Prime example. That's what I was talking about a while ago when I tried to do the example and wound up having to do something different, just pick up the damn pot. The guy actually had a hand and called. I kind of like three big blinds better. I think it makes more people fold instead of call. And then it makes more people call instead of three bet you. So I think the larger amount is okay, but I just don't think I should be doing it all the time. I think I was just doing it too much, playing too many hands doing it. That's more or less what I think. Oh, good. Looks like we made it to the next break coming. No, that's 34. I thought they said 54. 10:34. We have not made it to the next break. Here we'll call. We have an ace. We got the ace of clubs. That's why I did that. I just said out of position bluffs. Out of position river bluffs. I just said that and I'm doing it anyway. I don't know. I'm a field player, I guess. I feel it. I felt his weakness and I'm like, I'm doing it. I'm sorry. I'll try to do better. I think I'm lying, but whatever. Man, you gotta win pots. You gotta pick up pots. When you see weakness, you just gotta pull the trigger. You can sit here and play super tight and still lose. You know, you gotta be free and loose, and it's a balancing act. You gotta have both. You know, I think what we really need to work on is probably just calling three bets light and small pocket pairs. You know, eliminating them damn near because they're not hitting. I think if we do those two things, and maybe the two big blind thing, think that'll help us if we do those 3 things. I'm trying to give myself 3 things to do today that will improve me. Improve my result. That's what I'm saying. So he made it 3, he made it 11. If he made it 2, probably could just walk away from that. Unless you have a hand worth calling. Uh-oh. They dealt everyone a hand. Golly. I know that guy with Jacks was probably pissed. He was behind on both of them. He thought he was going all in to isolate with his Jacks, and that other dude had kings, and the other guy, the little stack, had queens. He was all the way behind. I know he's pissed. Wow. I know I'd be mad. Think I'm ahead, trying to isolate. This guy's got kings. Then I look over at the little stack, and he's got queens. Turns out I'm behind. Ah. I'm gonna try this 2 big blind thing. I just don't want nobody 3-betting me, you know, and I feel like 2 big blinds makes it easier for someone to 3-bet you. Makes it easy for the big blind to just call with all kinds of shit, you know. And then it doesn't give you the ability to represent a strong hand post flop. You know, if an ace hits the board, I can't represent an ace if I only made it 2 big blinds. They don't have to give me credit for that. Yeah, I'm getting away from the 2 big blind thing. Ah, yeah, shit. The decaf shit, ugh. Have to go in there and get that other cup. I gotta go get this other cup of coffee in my tumbler. Shit, I feel like I'm about to go to sleep. Ugh. So we got nines. It's a 3-bet pot. We're on the button with them. We're just gonna call, man. We did not want that to happen. I mean, if we hit a 9, we win a bigger pot. I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing. We can't fold. We gotta call and hope the board pairs. Say what you want. I'll rebuy. I don't think either one of them's got king, queen. Flush draw. Well, he may have it. Oh, fuck. He had king, queen. The little stack had king, queen. I mean, I was just thinking, I was like, if I call 13 and then the river is a scare card, then I just call 13 for nothing. But if I go all in and none of them have king, queen, they all fold, or they're flush draws and they miss, my nines are good, and I win a huge pot. So if he doesn't have king, queen, this other guy was on a flush draw, and he missed his flush. And I win a huge pot. Gotta risk it for the biscuit. Crazy thing is, in the 109, I wouldn't even do that. I'd just call. But then I'm putting myself to a really hard decision on the river on a fold, so it's like, I don't know, man. Maybe I need the regular coffee. I think if I lose, I'm not going to rebuy in this one. Or any of them. I think I'll just go to McDonald's and get some regular coffee. This decaf is... I don't know if I need to chug it to get it to kick in, but bro, I am so just out of there right now. So here we're just looking for an all-in hand. Whenever we get it, we'll just do it pre-flop. We're just so tired. Maybe we don't play today. Did go to bed kind of late. No, we gotta play, man. This big tournaments are only on Sunday. Be a whole nother week. If we have to go get real coffee, real dark, heavy coffee, we'll go get dark, heavy coffee. We gotta get something going. These big tournaments are once a week, every Sunday. Then during the week, they're all small ones. I mean, yeah, there's decent ones you can play, but the big scores you can make are on Sunday. So it's like, fuck it, man, gear it up. Strap it on. Put your game face on. Get your shit together. Wake the fuck up. If you gotta get an energy drink, get an energy drink. Kings versus Tens. It was a decent hand. Not an all-in hand, but it's a decent hand. But the fuck is he doing? Winning, I guess. Fuck. Shit. No pair. Oh, let's give him what he needs. So, we may re-enter this when we come back. I've got to get 2 monster Mocha Locas. I got to have some energy. I'm super sleepy, tired. I don't know. And maybe this seat cushion. I have a purple seat cushion that's normally in my car, and I grabbed it and I was like, oh, I'm gonna sit on that today. And I think this thing's putting me to sleep. It's relaxing. So the other tournament starts at 11:05. It's 10:52 now. That gives us time to run